I want to get your reaction to this Republican attacking Republican in Georgia, the two Republican senators saying the Republican Secretary of State must resign.
Hey, Lawrence, good evening. Well, I guess the first stage is denial. I mean, the incumbent president has just been defeated by a popular vote margin not seen since FDR defeated Hoover in 1932. Georgia rejected Donald Trump's bid for re-election. The people of the United States rejected Donald Trump's bid for re-election. And at some point, some folks in the GOP are going to have to raise their hand and say, we're in the middle of a pandemic. We need an orderly transition of power to save lives and get this economy on track. So indulging the president's temper tantrum as he's dragged kicking and screaming out of the White House is probably not a good use of time. And it's probably not helpful to the Republican Party's long-term political prospects. But right now, they're still in denial and they're fighting amongst themselves.
Let's listen to what Joe Biden said today about the Georgia races.
Do you plan to campaign in Georgia before your inauguration to help Democrats in the two runoff races there as they try to flip the Senate? And how important is a Democratic-held Senate to your agenda?
Well, obviously, it'd be much better if we had a tie in the Senate, which means that this vice president become incredibly important beyond what she already is. But we're going to do anything we can that they think we can do to help.
Do you want Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to come to Georgia to help?
Absolutely. And here's the bottom line. With the Senate, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris can lead us out of this pandemic and invest in economic recovery. With the Senate, we can pass criminal justice reform and strengthen voting rights. With the Senate, we can invest in clean energy and save our environment and make investments in infrastructure. With the Senate, we can protect Roe v. Wade and the privacy of women's health care. Without the Senate, we can do none of those things. And that's why the stakes are so high in Georgia right now and why I'm asking folks across the country to help us win these races and visit electjon.com to chip in $1 to help us get out the vote here.
You have challenged Senator Perdue to 3 debates. He dropped out of the last scheduled debate during the November campaign. Let's listen to some of the last debate you did have with Senator Perdue, which kind of, I think, explains why he dropped out.
Well, perhaps Senator Perdue would have been able to respond properly to the COVID-19 pandemic if you hadn't been fending off multiple federal investigations for insider trading. It's not just that you're a crook, Senator. It's that you're attacking the health of the people that you represent.
Do you think there's any chance that there will be more debates in your campaign?
Look, I'm ready to go, Lawrence. And what does it say that a sitting U.S. senator is too afraid to come out and debate his opponent in a public forum? But, you know, David Perdue probably hadn't had someone tell the truth to his face in 25 years, and he didn't like it at all. And he canceled our last debate. I've challenged him to 3 in-person debates here in Georgia. And while we await his answer, we are going to be doing everything in our power to register voters, to organize our communities, to inspire people to get back out to the polls and win these 2 Senate races so that this incoming administration can govern and lead us out of this crisis.